salt which is formed, if it is treated with a base like NaOH or KOH, you can regenerate the parent amine. Now an amine can accept a proton to form a cation. With what ease it can accept a proton? Primary amine is extensively hydrated compared to secondary and tertiary amine. Pushes the electron away from itself on the nitrogen, the electron density increases, and because of which it can give away this lone pair of electron even much easier. Hello my dear students, welcome back to the third session on the chapter amines. Last class we studied about preparation of amines. We studied many methods of preparation of amines, isn't it? Today we'll be learning about the physical properties of amines as well as some of the chemical properties of amines. First we learn about the physical properties of amines. The lowest member, that is the aliphatic amines, the lowest members are gases and they have got a fishy odor. Also, primary aliphatic amines with 3 or 4 carbon atoms are liquids, and as the number of carbon atoms increases, they become solids. Okay, so only the lowest members are gases, rest some 3 or 4 carbon atoms, they become liquids, and higher number of carbon atoms, they get converted into a solid. Also, aniline is an aryl amine which is usually colorless, but on storage when it is continuously exposed to atmospheric oxygen, they get a different color. Okay, so that is about the color and the state of the amines. Next we are going into the solubility of amines. Lower aliphatic amines are soluble in water as they can form hydrogen bonding. Because they can form hydrogen bonding, they are soluble in water, but solubility decreases with the increase in size, because as the size increases, that is the chain length increases, the number of carbon atom increases, it becomes hydrophobic. They don't like water. That's why the solubility goes on decreasing. Okay. Higher amines are usually insoluble in water. Now here you can see this is hydrogen bond. This also is hydrogen bond which is formed in primary amines, isn't it? So they can form hydrogen bond, that's why they are soluble. Whereas if you take tertiary amines, they are not soluble because these hydrogen atoms are only missing in them, isn't it? So, and also the R group becomes bigger and bigger, they become less and less soluble due to its hydrophobic nature. Next is coming to boiling point. For boiling point also, hydrogen bond has a lot of factor or influencing factor. That is because you can see that the primary and secondary amines have high boiling point because they can form hydrogen bonding. Tertiary amines have got lower boiling point because of absence of hydrogen atom available for formation of hydrogen bond. Thus, boiling point also, if you see, primary amines it is highest, then comes secondary amines, and last is for tertiary amines. And why primary has got highest boiling point? Because they can form more number of hydrogen bond. Secondary, less number of hydrogen bondings are there, but tertiary has no capacity to form hydrogen bonding, thus the boiling point is less. Okay, so that's about the physical properties of amines. Next we are going into the details about the chemical properties of amines. If you see the structure of amines, that is R NH2, that is the primary amine I am talking about. Nitrogen has a lone pair of electron. Also, there is a lot of electronegativity difference between nitrogen and hydrogen, which makes amine reactive. First, we will be learning about the basic character of amine. In nitrogen of amine has a lone pair of electron, and it can donate that lone pair of electron to accept a proton or anything else also, but it can give away that lone pair of electron, thus it behaves like a Lewis base. You can see here a primary amine, aliphatic amine, nitrogen, it can give away the lone pair of electron to take up the HX to form a salt. You can see it is taking up a H plus ion. It forms NH3 plus, X minus, a salt is formed. Similarly, aniline also can take up a HCl molecule to form anilinium chloride, that is NH3 plus, Cl minus. It can form anilinium chloride. Next, you can see amines salt. If you take, it can take up HX, that is the hydrogen halides, it can take up to form a salt we observe. But such salt which is formed, if it is treated with a base like NaOH or KOH, you can regenerate the parent amine. That is, with OH minus, what it will happen? It will take up a H plus ion to form water. X minus will be lost and it will go with, actually if it Na is there, it will form NaX, or if it is potassium hydroxide, it will form Kx, and you will get RNH2, parent amine we got it. So always once the salt is formed, amine will form a salt when it is treated with hydrogen halide, but then the salt, if you take and treat it again with a base like NaOH or KOH, you can get the parent amine. Okay. Now the basic character of amine can be better understood with the terms like Kb and pKb values. You have learnt what is Kb and pKb in your first year, isn't it? So the larger the value of Kb, smaller will be the value of pKb, and stronger is a base. So for a strong base, Kb value will be larger and pKb value will be smaller. Why is it inversely proportional? You have learnt it in your first PUC, correct? So I hope you have remember this. Anyways, you can look back and understand it better. Next, we are going into the effects that affect the basic strength of amines. So we know that amines are behaving like Lewis base because of the ability to donate the lone pair of electron which is on nitrogen, correct? Now, what are the effects that affect the basic character? First one is inductive effect, second is solvation effect, and the third is steric hindrance. So we'll see all of this, how it is going to affect the basic nature of our amines. Next, we are going to study about the structure and basicity relation of amines. How the basic nature of amines is related to its structure. First thing is, basic character of amine depends upon ease of formation of a cation. Now, an amine can accept a proton to form a cation. With what ease it can accept a proton and how stable is the structure is what is affecting the basicity of the amine. Now, if you look into the structure of aliphatic amine and ammonia and compare their basic character, what happens? Here you can see both the nitrogen atom has got a lone pair of electron which can be donated to accept a proton to form here RNH3 plus ion, and NH3, that is ammonia, will take up a H plus ion to form ammonium ion. Now, which is the effect which is there? Here in this one I can see there is plus I effect because here it is an alkyl group which is present. Alkyl group pushes the electron away from themselves, yes or no? So which effect is it? It's plus I effect. As it pushes the electron away from itself, on the nitrogen, the electron density increases, and because of which it can give away this lone pair of electron even much easier. Already it can give that lone pair of electron. Because there is an aliphatic group here, this nitrogen with increases the ease with which it can give away a lone pair of electron or to accept a proton. So plus I effect is there in aliphatic amine. Thus aliphatic amine is a stronger base compared to ammonia. Ammonia, you see, there is no R group, correct? So it will take up a H plus ion to form ammonium ion, but then here there is plus I effect, there is an absence of plus I effect. Thus aliphatic amines are stronger bases than ammonia. Okay, this is about the plus I effect. Next is comparison of basic strength of primary, secondary and tertiary amines. Now we are going to compare the basic strength of all the three types of amines, primary, secondary and tertiary. So we'll see in the gaseous phase, this is very, very important. What is it? In the gaseous phase, basicity of amines follow the expected order on the basis of plus psi effect. So on the basis of plus psi effect, in the gaseous state, they have the normal order. Only plus psi effect is the one effect which is affecting their basic strength or basic character. That is tertiary amines, then comes secondary, then comes primary, last is ammonia. Why tertiary is most basic? Because 3 R groups are there. More and more R groups, more plus psi effect is there, more basic it is. Here 2 R groups are there. Here only 1 R group. Here R group is absent. So it is least basic. This is in gaseous state. But in aqueous solution state, okay, then amines are less basic than primary or secondary. You have to take care in the aqueous solution state. We can understand about the basic character, where you have to not only look into the plus psi effect, also you have to look into the solvation effect and steric hindrance. So what is this solvation effect? Solvation effect is how it can form hydrogen bonding when it is dissolved in water. Okay, how well this solvation factor is there around the amine. Now under solvation effect, greater the stability of substituted ammonium cation. That is, for example, I have RNH2. So this can take up an H plus ion, okay, to form RNH3 plus. So this is the substituted ammonium ion, cation. Okay. So how stable this is, based on that we can tell this basic character. Okay, and also how well it is hydrated around. So if you see, the tertiary ammonium ion is less hydrated than the secondary ammonium ion. You can see tertiary has got 3 R groups, N plus and 1 H plus, one hydrogen atom is there, and H2O. This is H2O. Between that there is one hydrogen bond which is formed. So only one molecule is associated with one tertiary ammonium ion. Whereas if you see the secondary ammonium ion, in which you have nitrogen has 2 R groups and 2 H groups, okay, and 2 water molecules are associated. Whereas tertiary, if you see, we have 1, 2, 3 hydrogen atoms are there. So we have 3 H2O molecules around it. Primary amine is extensively hydrated compared to secondary and tertiary amine. Correct? So on the basis of solvation effect, what is it? Primary amine has got higher basic character than the secondary, then the tertiary. But inductive effect, it was exactly opposite, isn't it? Next, if you see, the steric factor or steric hindrance, if you see, what is steric hindrance? What is the crowd around the nitrogen atom or in the ammonium ion? Okay, how bigger the group is present on the nitrogen atom. Now if I take RNH3 plus, this is primary. I have only one R group. Okay, whereas if I take secondary, in which I have 2 R groups, hydrogen with positive. So I have 2 R groups. If I take tertiary, I have 1, 2, 3 and I have an H bond. So here if you see, the steric hindrance is highest. In tertiary, the steric hindrance is highest because there are 3 bulky groups attached to the nitrogen atom. Here I have only 2, here I have only 1. So what is steric factor? As the crowding of alkyl group increases from primary to tertiary, hindrance to hydrogen bonding also increases. So to form hydrogen bonding, it becomes really difficult as the R group becomes more and more bulky. Okay, and thus it decreases the basic strength. So if I put all of these three effects together, okay, that is plus I effect, it is tertiary, secondary, primary. Solvation effect, primary, secondary, tertiary. Again, steric factor, primary has got least steric factor, so it should be more basic. So it follows the same order for steric factor and solvation effect. Steric factor and solvation effect follows this order, and this is for plus I effect. Now putting all of them together, all the three factors, if I put it together, then if the R group is CH3 group in aqueous medium, this is the order which is followed by the amine. That is, what is it? If CH3 is the R group, this is secondary, then comes primary, then comes tertiary, and then comes ammonia. If C2H5 is the R group, then what is the order in the aqueous medium for the basic strength? It is C2H5 2NH, then it is C2H5 3N, then it is C2H5 NH2, and last is ammonia. That is secondary, tertiary, primary, and ammonia. So you have to know this particular order by heart, because it's a very important 2-mark or a 3-mark question which can be asked. Also, it's a very, very, very important topic for your competitive exams. Okay? So I hope you have understood about the basic character of amines. What are the 3 effects that affect the basic character? And if CH3 is the R group, this is the particular order. Okay? And if C2H5, then that is the particular order for the basic strength of amines. Next, we are going to study about the comparison between the basic strength of aryl amine and alkyl amine. Generally, aryl amines are considerably less basic than alkyl amines. Why exactly? Reason 1 you can see here. In aniline, for example, there is resonating structure because nitrogen has a lone pair of electron. This lone pair will form the bond. Here the bond can come as charge. So negative charge will come in the ortho position and nitrogen will get the positive charge, and between the nitrogen and carbon there is a double bond which is formed. Now here again charge will form bond, bond will form charge. So you can see here charge is in the para position. Again charge will form bond, bond will form charge. Charge is in the ortho position, and again it can go back as the lone pair of electron on the nitrogen atom. Now if you see these resonating structure, the 5 resonating structures, among them 3 resonating structure, nitrogen is having a positive charge, lone pair illa donate madake. There is no lone pair to donate here. So how will it be basic? And also charge separation also is there. There is a positive charge as well as a negative charge on the 3 resonating structures again. Okay, due to which aniline is less basic than alkyl amines. There is one more reason. If we see aniline and anilinium ion that is formed after accepting an ion, the number of resonating structures are more in aniline. We saw that aniline has got 5 resonating structures, but anilinium ion, if you see, they have got only 2 resonating structures. Only 2 are there. So more number of resonating structure, the stability is more. But if aniline accepts a proton and form anilinium ion, the number of resonating structure is also less. So again, what I can tell is aniline is resonance hybrid of 5 resonating structures, where anilinium has only 2 resonating structure. So aniline has less tendency to accept a proton to form anilinium ion. So thus aryl amine is less basic than alkyl amine. But in case it is a substituted aniline, then electron releasing groups increases the basic strength, whereas electron withdrawing group decreases the basic strength. So if it is a substituted aniline, that is on aniline, okay, this is aniline we have. In this, if you have a CH3 group or OCH3 group, the basic strength increases. Or if it's an electron withdrawing group, basic strength decreases. So I hope you have understood about the basicity of aryl amine and alkyl amine. Next class, we'll study some more chemical properties of amines. So I hope you have understood today's class. Thank you, my dear children. Stay safe, stay focused.